Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Elle.K here for another video, and for today's video I'm going to be doing the real talk tag on Booktube. I can't remember if I've done this tag before. I feel like I might have done it in like my first year on Booktube. I honestly can't remember, but I figured, you know what, why not do an updated version of it. Oh, hold on. And just kind of share my answers for that tag. Before we get into it though, don't forget that the end of the month is coming up. Next week I will be doing my You Ask I Answer video, so make sure to be leaving questions in the comment section down below, because I'm going to start filtering through and looking for my questions for episode 2 of that series, and I'm very excited. So without further ado, let's jump into this video. Okay, so for the real talk tag, I have the questions on my phone. I haven't really looked at them. I just saved them like a couple weeks ago, and I figured, okay, I'll just answer them and see what we get here. I just wanted kind of like a nice, quick, easy video to film today, so I figured tag videos are always fun. Let's go ahead and do that. So the first question is, what is something nobody told you about Booktube before starting your channel? Oh yeah, this is a nice updated one to do. I actually went into making a Booktube channel blind, like completely blind. Well, no, not completely blind, because I had a makeup channel before my Booktube channel, which failed miserably. So I had known a little bit about YouTube and the algorithm ever so slightly, but I really just jumped into my Booktube channel blind. I didn't really know much about anything. Nobody that I know has a Booktube channel. At least at the time, nobody that I knew had a Booktube channel, none of my friends or anything like that. So I just kind of went into it and was like, let's see what happens. So yeah, nobody told me anything. The next question is, what is your opinion on typical Booktube videos, wrap-ups, TBRs, and hauls? I talk a little bit about this in my Is It Too Late to Start a Booktube channel, and what I wish I knew before starting my Booktube channel. Those two videos I kind of address this. But just to summarize, I do like those types of videos. I like wrap-ups, I like TBRs, I like hauls, even though most of the time I personally never follow my TBR. I do like to have one. And I like seeing other people's TBRs because it gives me ideas on books that I could potentially want to pick up in the future. So I do like those types of videos, actually, because all of them, those are probably the 3 best videos to get recommendations from. So I do like those types of videos. I don't think that you can have an entire Booktube channel surrounded on just those videos. I think we're in a period of time where you need to be more creative in order to have your Booktube channel grow, but I do see value in those videos, and I definitely don't knock people for doing those videos at all, because I still do them too. The next question is, what is an assumption you had about Booktube before you joined? Was it correct? An assumption that I had on Booktube was that it would be easier to grow on YouTube via Booktube, and was I correct? Yes and no. Yes, in the sense that it's easier to grow on Booktube than it is in other niches on YouTube, but no in the sense that it's not easier to grow on Booktube when you are comparing yourself to other Booktubers. And that's for a variety of reasons, some of which that can be discussed in another video, why certain people don't grow on Booktube. But like I said, yes, and compared to other niches like prank channels, family channels, makeup channels, it is easier to grow on Booktube for sure, just because it is a smaller audience, like it's a niche with a smaller audience, so you're reaching more people within your audience, if that makes sense. The next question is, what is something you've done that has helped you grow your audience? Something that's helped me grow my audience, I feel like, has been to diversify my videos, but without completely straying away from book-related content. So I like to mix in some animal content and some lifestyle content and book content as well. I think that has helped me grow, and also posting consistently. It's so hard, especially when life gets in the way, but sticking to your upload schedule has definitely helped me grow my channel and being patient, honestly. Like your channel is gonna grow in spurts, and you're gonna have these periods where your channel just like shoots up in subscribers, and then it's just gonna stay stagnant for a little bit. So just being patient, being consistent, and diversifying your channel without completely jumping out of Booktube, because then you're just in a whole new niche and you're kind of starting over type of thing, would be the ways that I think I've grown my channel a little bit. What is a common mistake you see new booktubers making, or that you made? Common mistakes that I see new booktubers making are that it's such a cliche, and I hate saying it, but if your thumbnail isn't appealing, you're not going to get the click-through rate that you're hoping for. And I found myself to be guilty of that as well. If like I don't find a thumbnail appealing, I'm not going to click on that video. I just won't do it. Also, what else? Specifically to Booktube, posting videos about a certain genre that is not popular in Booktube, or not as popular as another genre. And I don't want to say that's necessarily a mistake, because you should absolutely post about what you're interested in, because that's the only way you're going to be authentic about it. But there is a slower growth to doing that. Like, and I don't even know if this person is on Booktube anymore, but there was this one person comes to mind. There was a particular booktuber who only read poetry books, and they would post like every day about poetry books that they were reading, and that's the only books that they would speak about. Now, there were other things that went into their inability to grow, but I feel like not being able to at least diversify your videos with different genres is not, again, not necessarily a mistake, but will be a hindrance. And also posting too much. If you're posting every single day, that can be super overwhelming. That's one of the reasons, like for Bookmas or Vlogmas, when creators are posting every single day, I don't watch. That sounds so bad, but I just don't watch. When I do Bookmas, I post like maybe 3 or 4 times a week, and that's it. One, it's just way too hectic to be filming 31 videos. And then 2, it's a lot for viewers to have to take in, because if you think about it, your channel is not the only channel your viewer is watching. They are watching other content on YouTube. So if you're constantly every single day spewing out content, especially if it's like lackluster content and you're just pushing it out to get it out, no one's gonna watch. So that would be something that I would definitely watch out for. Next question is, what are your thoughts on working with publishers and sponsors? Hello. I would love to work with a publisher or sponsor. People have to understand, and I never understood all the hate that some booktubers or just some YouTubers get in general for working with sponsors or publishers. Because you also have to remember that people do this as a job, and you make money from your sponsored content. So, get your coins. Like, definitely do your sponsored content for sure. I don't care if every single video that I watch is sponsored. Absolutely not. Like, that's how people are making their money on this platform. So I think that the stigma behind that, y'all need to get over it. Like, that's just, that's the way that this goes. That's usually the goal for a lot of people starting on YouTube, is to have this create some sort of an income, whether it's just, passive income or up to a full-time job. You need to have those sponsorships. Those are really, really important. So I would definitely not knock anybody who is getting sponsorship deals or working with publishers. I think that's great. And the last question is, do you think Booktube is dying? No, I don't think Booktube is dying. I think Booktube is growing exponentially. Like, I think Booktube is blowing up, partly because of what I said at the beginning. It's an easier niche to grow on. Like, you can get your first, depending on what your timeline is, like, you can get your first 1,000 subscribers on Booktube within a year. Now, that might be slow or fast to some people, but compared to other niches where it might take you twice that long to get a few hundred subscribers, it's quicker to grow on Booktube. But no, I don't think it's dying at all. I think it's growing and expanding, and thankfully it looks like it's diversifying, because when I first started watching Booktube, I couldn't find any Black Booktubers, literally at all. I could not find any Black Booktubers, and then once I really started searching, I found I had to type in Black Booktubers. I couldn't just type in, like, you know, January TBR, because that would just come up with white Booktubers. So it looks as though it's diversifying a little bit more now, and that's very, very exciting to see. And then the last one is to tag friends. I tag anybody who wants to do this video. If you hadn't noticed, when it comes to me, I don't actually wait to be tagged to do videos. I'll read the tag, and if I like the questions, I'm gonna do it. So I tag anyone who would like to do this video. That brings us to the end of the tag portion of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, but don't leave yet, because it's time for our Black History Month shout out. For today's Black History Month shout out, I'm going to be telling you about Miss Dorothy Height. She was born in 1912 and died in 2010. She is known as the godmother of the women's movement. She used her education and her social work skills to help advance women's rights, specifically Black women's rights. And she was a leader in the Young Women's Christian Association. So if you haven't heard about her, you should definitely go read more about her. And yeah, continue to learn about Black history and important Black figures. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!